This is to do the demonstration of the super magnetic scale remover. Okay, here we have three equipments. These are the testing equipments, and here are all the magnetic devices. This is a regular magnetic device, and this is a competitor's device. Another competitor's device from the US. This is another competitor's device from Japan, and this one have a very strong magnetic field. Okay, and this is another competitor device from the US. And this is our equipment. This is the super magnetic scale remover. Okay, now we want to first demonstrate how we want to do the testing. Okay, this is the pin that we can use to see whether it has a magnetic pollution. Okay, this is the device that we view the magnetic lines, and this is a steel pipe. It has very strong anti-magnetic capability. It's between 14,000 to 17,000 Gauss. Okay, now we start the demonstration. Okay, we use the regular magnetic field device, and then when we put the viewer on it, you can see that the magnetic lines are surrounding the device itself. Okay, there's no magnetic lines going through the middle of the device. This is on a regular magnetic field device. Okay, now we want to do a demonstration on a competitor's device. When I put the viewer on it, you can see there are magnetic lines surround the device, and there's no magnetic lines going through the middle of the device. And then this another competitor's device. When we put the viewer on, there's basically no magnetic lines on this side, and we put it on the side, you can see that there is one magnetic line, but it's surrounding the shape of the device. Okay, and now we using another competitor's device from Japan. It has very strong magnetic field, but when we put the viewer on it, you can see that the magnetic lines are surrounding the device. Now I turn it around on the side, it still surrounds the shape of the device. Okay, this is another competitor's device. When we put the viewer on, there's basically no magnetic lines at all on the device. Now we look at the super magnetic scale remover. When we put it on, it has two strong magnetic lines. Okay, and then later it will cause the two magnetic lines to concentrate on one point, and this concentration is drawn by the conductor in the middle, so the magnetic lines can then connect into one point and create one strong magnetic line or magnetic surface. Okay, now we're gonna do the demonstration with the steel pipe. Okay, when we use a regular magnetic device and then we connected the steel pipe. Okay, now when we use the viewer to view it, that's basically still just have the magnetic line surround the device. Nothing went through the pipe. No magnetic lines went through the pipe. Okay, now we use a competitor's device and connect the pipe. Okay, when we put the viewer on, you can see the magnetic lines still surround the device. There's no magnetic lines go through the device and the pipe. Okay, so this is basically has no effect at all on the pipe. Now we go through another device. Okay, when we connect this device with the pipe, okay, now we want to see using the viewer whether any magnetic lines went through the pipe. You can see that the magnetic lines still just surrounding the shape of the device. There's no line goes through the pipe. Okay? Now we check on this device. We connect it to it. We use a viewer to view it. You can see that the magnetic lines still surround the shape of the device. And the pipe is here, but there's no magnetic lines go through the device. Okay? The pipe. And this one here, when we put it on, it didn't even have any magnetic lines. Okay. Now we're using the super magnetic scale remover, our device. Now we use a viewer to see. You can see that there are two magnetic lines, and then it concentrates into one point, and then that point is actually in the middle of the pipe. The pipe is here, and then the magnetic two lines went through the pipe and then concentrate in the middle of the pipe. So the magnetic line did go through the pipe. Okay, this is the effect of our device. Okay, now we show the magnetic lines from the viewer. Now we want to see whether the device itself will cause any magnetic pollutions. We can see that when we use the pipe to connect it to the regular magnetic, and then we see whether it will draw the pin. So this is causing the magnetic pollution and the magnetic short circuit. The whole pipe becomes a magnetic device. Okay, now we look at the competitor's device. It's the same thing. Okay, it causes magnetic pollution and magnetic short circuit. Now we look at another competitor device, whether they cause magnetic pollution. This device actually causes stronger magnetic pollution. Now we look at another competitor's device. It's the same thing. It's causing magnetic pollution. Same thing. Magnetic pollution and magnetic short circuit. Okay, now we see what happens to. Now I want to demonstrate the super magnetic scale remover. See if it will cause any magnetic pollution or magnetic short circuits. So when I connect the pipe to it, it has a very strong magnetic strength. So let me first use the view again to see whether you can see that there are two lines coming out from the device, and then it went through the pipe and concentrate on one point. This is the area of the pipe. This is the area of the pipe. Okay, you can see that the two lines at the end come to one point, and this is a very strong magnetic lines. Okay, now we want to see whether it has any magnetic pollution. See, now I have the pipe touching the pins. None of them will stick with the pipe. That means the whole pipe is not affected by the supermagnetic scale remover. There is no magnetic field on the pipe. This is the only device that can do that, and this is why it's a revolution. And then this is the only device can handle the scale removing process inside the pipe. Thank you. That's the end of the demonstration.